Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel, and here's a headline that I have to admit I'm a little surprised to see. XRP relisted on major crypto exchange. Why am I surprised to see that? Because it's been 4 freaking months since XRP achieved legal clarity in the SEC v. Ripple case, yet here, apparently this exchange, this major exchange, the word just got out to them. Do they not have the internet? Then there was also this from the Crypto Basic. Deaton predicts Ripple's SEC fine will be less than amount spent in legal fees. Now, so that means it could, in theory, still be a lot, but there's also a possibility that they're going to get a big old goose egg. But Ripple had spent, last was publicly made clear by Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, had spent about $150 million. Now, considering that the number bandied about that Ripple might have to pay was upwards of $770 million. If you're talking about less than that, still a lot of money for any normal human, right? But it's just a fraction of what the SEC was actually going for. So it's just nice to highlight the utter defeat of the SEC. But and Attorney John Deaton gives a full explanation why, which I'll share with you in this video. But before going further, I do want to be clear. I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Attorney Deaton speculates that Ripple could pay a fine lower than the amount it spent defending the SEC lawsuit. In the wake of Judge Annalisa Torres' recent order regarding the remedies phase of the SEC v. Ripple case, John Deaton speculated that the blockchain company would not pay up to $770 million in disgorgement. And so let's think about this. What was the number? Was it 1.2 or 1.3 billion? That's initially what the SEC was going for. So you consider it would have been that, and then on top of that, it was projected earlier in the case that legal fees for Ripple could end up being closer to like $200 million. And it seems like at the moment they're a little bit less than that, but party ain't over for Ripple. So yes, we here in the XRP community, thankfully we have legal clarity for XRP, but Ripple's expenses are ongoing. As was covered in one of my other recent videos and talked about quite widely within the XRP community, there was a scheduling order that came forth, and we see that as far as the remedies portion of this good old time, that's going to be picking up starting in February, as cited here. So check this out. Recall that Judge Torres issued the highly anticipated scheduling order for the remedies phase of the lawsuit earlier this week. As per the order, the parties will complete all remedies-related discovery by February 12, 2024, while the SEC shall file its brief on or before March 13, 2024. Ripple is expected to file its opposition by April 12, 2024, and the SEC can file any reply on April 29, 2024. The remedies phase will determine the appropriate fine Ripple will pay for violating the law via the sale of $770 million worth of XRP to institutional clients. Okay, yes, so in theory it could be that high, but it seems like a virtual certainty it's not going to be anywhere near that. So check out why. This is not good for the SEC. And just, you got to so think about all the years that were spent on this, the amount of money that was just, that Ripple's basically, even if they weren't going to just acquiesce, they're basically forced to spend in this outrageous lawsuit. You can think about all the money that the SEC spent, because, I mean, that's taxpayer funds. And then what are they actually going to get out of this? Well, a big fat L, because it's a devastating loss for them, but they're going to get like $5 out of this damn case. So they're not even going to be able to save face there, potentially. Check this out. Piece continues. Interestingly, Attorney Deaton, during his appearance on Crypto Law, highlighted several factors that could help Ripple pay a lower penalty instead of the speculated $770 million fine. The crypto lawyer highlighted the Supreme Court's Morrison ruling as one of the legal precedents that could allow Ripple to exclude XRP institutional sales conducted outside of the United States. According to Deaton, Ripple execs Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson already mentioned that 95% of their individual XRP sales were made outside the US. Notably, Deaton said the same scenario could apply to Ripple's XRP sales, where a huge chunk of these sales could be outside the SEC's jurisdiction. Deaton speculated that these transactions could apply to 90% of the entire $770 million at issue. Consequently, this could drastically reduce the disgorgement amount Ripple might pay. Furthermore, attorney Deaton cited two other cases, Liu v. SEC and SEC v. Goville, as legal precedents that could potentially reduce the disgorgement amount. Per Deaton, these cases require disgorgement to be paid to victims who suffered actual financial harm. In this regard, Ripple could only pay disgorgement to XRP investors who bought the coin above the current price of 63.4 cents. Now, folks, think about that. Because again, these charges, these allegations, even the ones where Ripple lost, they date back to 2013. And as you well know, for the first several years or so of Ripple's existence, the price of XRP was more or less, for the vast majority of the time, about half a penny. So there would have to be an actual harmed party that's a Ripple client, and it has to apply only to institutional sales, not programmatic sales. So when we say programmatic, we're talking about, people like you and me buying on exchanges. That's already out. We know that based on Judge Torres' ruling. So you're talking about institutional level transactions. And it's obviously still bogus regardless, because if you're talking about those types of transactions, so you're talking about XRP as a bridge currency, how are they going to be harmed? What party is going to be harmed? Well, certainly not their ODL customers, right? Because, an XRP transaction takes all of 3 seconds. So if they're market maker customers, maybe you could argue something there. But even so, with the price of XRP being what it is, that's kind of tougher right now. And hopefully things are going to get even more ridiculous in terms of positive price action for the entire crypto space, including XRP, which just makes the threshold that much higher. Anyway, piece continues. However, Deaton believes a large amount of Ripple's institutional sales of XRP were below the current price. The pro-XRP lawyer speculates that Ripple will also attempt to exclude its legitimate business expenses, including tax, legal, and travel fees. And he said, quote, "I am very confident that the disgorgement fee, is drastically lower than what people are thinking," end quote. Furthermore, attorney Deaton predicted that Ripple could pay a lower amount than it spent defending the case. And here's another quote from Deaton. "Whatever the ultimate number of the disgorgement is, it will be less than what Ripple paid in attorney fees," end quote. Yeah, so we'll see how this all goes down, but even for Ripple, it just looks like they're coming up roses, man. I mean, even when it comes to this stuff. I mean, yeah, it's unfair that they're going to pay anything. I certainly believe, and I think that's, pretty widely held belief within our XRP community. But still, this is just devastating if you're the SEC, and I love to see that. And then on to the next topic, XRP relisted on major crypto exchange. And honestly, folks, like when I saw this headline, I had to do double take, and I was like, okay, what's the date on this article? What is this? November 2023? No way. I was like, what? Did you just now get the news? How is it possible that it's been over 4 months and this major exchange had not yet relisted XRP? But that's real life, folks. And, I wasn't aware there were any exchanges that hadn't done this yet. So, yeah, you learn something new every day. So credit to them for doing it, but it's just a little odd. That's all I'm saying. It's just a little odd. So here we go. CEX.io, a prominent digital asset exchange, announced the relisting of Ripple-affiliated XRP token for its US-based users earlier this Wednesday. This move allows US users to buy, sell, convert, deposit, and withdraw XRP across CEX.io's product ecosystem. Major exchanges have relisted XRP, the native token of the Ripple protocol, earlier this year following a pivotal U.S. court ruling. The ruling by federal district judge Annalisa Torres stated that XRP, quote, "is not necessarily a security on its face," end quote, except when sold to raise funds from institutions. This decision, while not directly, which did not directly concern secondary sales of XRP, has significantly bolstered the confidence of crypto exchanges to offer the token again. Kraken, Crypto.com, Coinbase, and Bitstamp were among the first to relist XRP. Yeah, and you know what was amazing, and I did not expect this to happen, but we got that legal ruling July 13th, and that day, literally hours later, XRP was trading again on those platforms. I mean, I know it was the case on Coinbase. I don't know. I can't remember for sure if all of them were literally live that day, but they all at least announced that day. That was such a fun day. One of the best days in the history of XRP. But anyway, as reported by you today, the wave of relistings also significantly boosted the price of XRP, pushing the token to a year-to-high date of 93 cents. So I don't know what the rationale is for waiting this long, and I checked on their official account on social media platform X, and I haven't seen an explanation. They just did this. Maybe they don't want to say why. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. But here we go. It's live. Weird though, right? If anybody finds out why, please let me know, because I was searching for that. I was just looking all over X, and I could not find a damn explanation for this. It just seems very peculiar. I mean, did they need to go through several months of, work with their attorneys to make sure that it was actually super duper triple safe to actually relist XRP? That's kind of hard to believe. There's got to be something else going on there, right? It's just weird. Anyway, glad it's back, though. Glad it's back. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.